Guess I got a little excited, maybe even just a little bit frightened. You appeared like a bolt of lightning, heavy rain, thunder riding high. Haunted, wanted, I was wanting, haunted by you, longing, calling. In the middle of the night I feel it coming on. Where you giving me a love high. It's a love that you're giving up, giving me a love high, high. I want to see inside you, want you to trust me, let me guide you. It's a place we can go together. In the distance I can see forever. But the tide is high into the landing. We're underwater. Hold on, I can't hold on. In the middle of the night I feel it coming on. Where you giving me a love, giving me a love high.
Champagne Sunday Show with Nancy Reed and Lisa Smith, the mother-daughter travel team and publishers of the digital interactive Big Blend magazines. And you just heard Love High. Isn't it beautiful?
Nice.
I feel like I should be like, I don't know, flying. Like I need to be outdoors, like with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, outside. I need flowy clothes with that.
Okay.
I do. I need flowy clothes. That's the second single from the new album In Tandem by award-winning singer-songwriter Jann Klose, and it was released through Gallo Record Company, not the wine company. It's a record company. Hey, I don't know if they're related, but it's a good thing here for Champagne Sundays. You can download and stream the album. Go to JannKlose.com. That's JANNKLOSE, JannKlose.com. Welcome, Jann. Hoe gaat het met jou?
Hoe gaat het? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Hi guys.
Hey.
Yes, I can hear you great. How are you?
What a pleasure to have you on the show and listen to your new
you.
album. You've got to be super excited. So we're going to get another bottle of champagne out for you because beautiful, beautiful album. And congratulations on the release.
Thank you very much. And the same thing just happened here. We just opened a bottle of bubbly.
Nice.
Right.
So
nice.
we're joining you in the vibes.
Yes.
Cheers.
Well, you know, you're the second segment on the show, and it's always dangerous. Sunday. But Hey, South Africa, and which I know you lived in South Africa, has good champagne, doesn't it? It's good, bubbly, good wine. I mean, I miss that part. I miss South Africa for that, and for many other reasons. When was the last time you were there?
Last time I was there was in, I think it was May, and just as we were doing setup for the album. My label is there, Gallo is there, but I'm going back in just a few weeks to do a tour. I have 2 weeks worth of shows coming up in South Africa, so I'm on my way there November 13th.
Wonderful. Are you going to go to Cape Town and Joburg?
Yes, my first show is in Cape Town on the 15th of November, yes.
Nice. And do you go to Port Elizabeth at all?
I don't think I will this time around.
Oh.
But I did last time, yeah.
It's my home. Port Elizabeth, PE.
Port Elizabeth?
Well, that's where I graduated high school, in Port Elizabeth. And but we lived all over South Africa and toured it for 2.5 years, nonstop, full time, and it's the most beautiful country. How did you end up in South Africa? Because am I getting this straight? Germany to Nairobi. We went from from California to Nairobi, and then we went England. But you went Germany to Nairobi to South Africa, and then to America, and then back to Germany. Am I getting this right?
Kind of, yes. So I was born in Germany. My parents are both German. But my dad worked for a German company, and they had him working at the foreign offices, and it was Nairobi. He worked for BASF, and it was Nairobi at first, and then we were in Johannesburg. And then I spent my teenage years in Germany. And then during that time, I came to the States for the first time as an exchange student. And then eventually moved after I finished high school in Germany, and then I've been in New York now for some time.
Wow. And what led you into the world of music and theater? Because you've done quite a few productions as well.
It was, theater and, music was always there. It was always I always wanted to sing. I always wanted to be a singer. I thought, it'd be cool. And I loved music, and I was always attracted to art and storytelling and such. But theater came up with when I was an exchange student. I sang in the high school. They had a show choir, so I was introduced to Broadway and American theater, British theater, and stuff. And then when I first moved to New York, I auditioned for everything I could, just because it was a way to work. I noticed that I was able to get work as a singer almost immediately. So it was really just a way to pay the bills, and then it kind of took on a life of its own. It wasn't really what I wanted to do, but, it just kind of happened. I fell into it more or less. But I loved it, I've always loved theater and that energy and being around creative people.
You can hear it in your voice that you have, you know how to project, and the dynamics and the clarity. And the harmonies on this album are amazing to me. Just how everything just flows. The songs just flow, and that's why I said before you came on the show, I would love to see this be part of like a stage production, or it should be part of a movie or something, because it just feels there's a flow to it, and there's like all these lovely stories. And I'm a little sad, maybe, but I really like it. And you've got Annie Haslam on there. She was on our show last year. Man, she's got the purest voice, doesn't? And you two together, I'm like, oh my, that you need to. I want to see it on stage. I want to see it.
Developing a stage production would be, take a long time. It's always been a dream of mine, and I actually did It's funny because you're bringing this up at a time where I'm collaborating with Joël Cassel again. Through a connection, through his, Joël is let me go back. Joël Cassel and I did an off-Broadway show about 10 years ago together called Moonlight Interior that he conceptualized, and it used all of my music, and I was in it, and it was my band, and it was this very small production, but we had a sold-out run, and ever since then we've been wanting to remount it, Moonlight Interior. If Joël is listening. But I always get on his case about it, because I really would love to do that show again. But interestingly, when it came to the video that we just released for Love High, Joël helped by connecting me with Klaudina Stramovic, who directed the video. And so, they both went to Boston University where Yoel teaches. And so, it's we stay in touch, and it's something I would definitely love to do at some point again.
I think it would be awesome. It's awesome because, your voice is incredible. It just, I don't know how you do that. How do you keep your voice in tune? That's a good way of putting it in tune, but you know what I mean?
Sleep.
To keep it where it's sleep. Yeah. Wow.
Sleep is good for the voice, and I did receive very good training. I had 2 years of voice study in Cleveland with David Gooding, and I credit that to a lot of just approaching singing in a way that is not going to hurt the instrument, because you do have to think of it that way. And it's with you, you live with it. It's not like a guitar that you can put down and walk away from. The voice is always there. You live with it, literally.
That's interesting that you say that, because a lot of people who do voice training or start voice training feel that it maybe curbs their creativity a bit. Did you ever feel like that?
I did. That's a good question. So when I first started with David, it was scary because I'd always done it by myself. I'd always been DIY, self-taught. And when I did start working with him, I was afraid that that everything would change and that I would forget how to sing. And, it was obviously the opposite of that. But you do go through that, on a psychological level. Yes, I did feel that way.
It's good that you stuck it out, because I think a lot of people quit before they get to the point where they find out that it really does help them and they can move beyond and be creative.
Right.
In fact, even more creative.
And I just look, 6 albums, 2 EPs. I mean, you've been busy, that's for sure. And then you did the musicals, Jesus Christ Superstar, Jekyll and Hyde, that's got to be fun. And then Tommy, the Who's Tommy, that's got to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's so...
Yeah. That was a fun show, the Who's Tommy. That was my first gig in New York.
Wow.
And it was, that was a really good production. It was at New Jersey. They ran it at New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Jeffrey Finn was the producer. He still does a lot of shows. And they produced the national tour that happened after that. And there was, I had a great part. I got to sing Pinball Wizard every night.
Cool. Nice.
So that doesn't hurt. It's a great song.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's interesting too. That I know you spent time in South Africa. I found when we left South Africa, Nancy had a magazine in Port Elizabeth, and I was just out of high school, very fresh out of it, but always working with her. And I was going to open an office up in Cape Town because it was so theatrical and there was so much happening musically. And it was interesting because when we left, at that time things got like we couldn't lose our passport. We had to come home to America, which was a whole new thing. I was like, what? But it was interesting because the Rocky Horror Picture Show was unbanned. They lifted the ban on it, and because it was banned for 20 years, and they had actors from Sydney come over and perform, and it was amazing to see just Port Elizabeth just change into just leaving those restrictions. You know what I mean? Just kind of people dressing up to the show. But it was one of the best theatrical performances. And we saw Evita in Cape Town. But I was excited because I got all into it, and I was like, that's it. I really want to cover this, and that's what I want to do, And it was that, watching that just, I know the Rocky Horror Picture Show, don't laugh, everyone. It's that performance. I watched that show for 2 weeks running, and when I got to this country, I've never seen a theatrical performance of it. People are doing fun things with a TV screen or whatever, a film screen or whatever, but that performance was absolutely amazing. And I thought when I got over here, I don't know if it's just because we haven't done New York or anything, there's a difference. Like South Africa to me was really up and coming in regards to the arts, being part of that life. Very culture was like that part was such a big part of life. Is it still that way now? Because it's been what 24 years since we've been home to South Africa. I still call it home.
first of all, Rocky Horror ran on Broadway, and I actually I went and saw it when it had a Broadway run, maybe 10, 15 years ago, and it was great. It was an in-the-round production. It was great. But yeah, as far as South Africa goes, look, I started going back 3 years ago. It's about 3 years ago now, when the school that I went to, the grade school that I went to, the German school in Johannesburg, which is now an international school, I was contacted by a writer for the Sunday Times, and they did an interview with me. It's about 3.5 years ago when I got contacted by them. And I did an interview. It was just a traveling musician Q&A thing, like 10 questions, and it ran in the Sunday Times. And the day after it ran, I got another email through my website from my favorite fourth grade teacher.
Oh, cool.
From the German school, who had seen the article. And that's how I got back in touch with South Africa, and that's how I went back, because she then said, oh, you're a singer now, this is so great, you have to come to our anniversary concert for the school, the 125th anniversary of the school. And you need to be in touch with these people, and you need to come, and you need to sing. So I did. We negotiated a deal, and I went and performed. And it was a full orchestra show with 3 different choirs from the three different German schools in South Africa. Richard Koch conducted it. He conducts he used to be the conductor of the symphony, the National Symphony. And it was a beautiful production. I sang a couple of songs, and that really set things off for me to go back and start touring there. And I reconnected with a lot of old friends, people I went to school with, and then coincidentally, this was a coincidence. I was asked by my performing rights organization, BMI, to go to Cape Town for a writers' camp. And that's how I met most of the co-writers and the producer of In Tandem, RJ Benjamin.
Oh,
and it was during those sessions that 3 out of there's 13 songs on the album, but 3 out of those 13 songs were written at that initial Cape Town BMI camp in 2016.
Oh, that's so cool. And he was Win This Fight. He was in that song, wasn't he?
Yes, RJ is one of he put together the vocal group that sings on it, the choir.
Oh, beautiful.
That sings in Zulu on it. So he wrote that part, and he put together the group.
And you have other South African musicians on there and singers. This is so cool.
Yeah,
I
love it.
It just makes my heart happy. I love this album.
As I remember when we left, the last magazine issue that we did in South Africa
had the Rocky Horror on the front cover.
Yeah, it had Frankenfurter on the cover.
Yeah.
And then we went, bye-bye.
Yeah. And when we left, our friend Brendan, when you go back, you've got to look up Brendan. I'm going to connect you with him. Brendan is the sax player for Johnny Clegg. And we
were friends for years.
Friends for many, many years.
Yeah.
But I remember when we left that, Mango Groove was a huge band. Do you remember them?
Mango Groove?
Amazing vocals.
I don't know, but go ahead.
I was going to say, tell us about the musicians and the singers on because I know we're going to play Pour the Champagne. That is awesome. We've got to play that at Champagne Sunday.
I'm just gonna have a pour. Hold on.
Oh,
right.
I like this.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Bubbles. It is. See, this is a good Sunday tradition, don't you think?
It's a good reason to crack open the bully.
Yeah, that's right. The bully.
The bully, darling, the bully.
Yeah.
It's not Bollinger. We're not drinking Bollinger. We're drinking
bully,
something
darling.
lovely.
Get the bully, darling.
Get the
I feel
bully.
like we're on AbFab now.
Yes. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Well, I've fallen out of a car once.
My favorite show.
Twice. Okay. So tell us about the singers on the album.
So Pour the Champagne is Karen Zoid. Karen Zoid is the co-writer on that song, and she sings on it. And I don't know if your listeners know Karen Zoid, but in South Africa she's very well known, and I think people should definitely check her out. She's a great singer and songwriter and artist. mainly an Afrikaans artist, but she also sings in English. And then there is Tamara Day, who features on You and I, that we co-wrote with another South African. He's actually from Nashville, Tennessee. His name is Zion. He was in a group called Liquid Deep. And then there's Annie. Obviously, Annie Haslam from Renaissance on the Peter Gabriel song on Don't Give Up. And then there's RJ and the Singers on Win This Fight. And then there's also Larry Beckett, who was Tim Buckley's lyricist. I don't know if your listeners know Jeff Buckley or his father, Tim Buckley. And I know Larry. I'm good friends with Larry Beckett and his wife. And he co-wrote After the Last with me. He's the lyricist on After the Last, which is a song about Jeff, coincidentally.
Wow.
And yes. So, and then you have a lot of the major session players in South Africa, you know, that RJ connected me with, who are great musicians, great guys. And they're the core band that plays on the album.
And the wedding song, you do it in German and then in English at the end. You know what? I took Afrikaans and German at the same time. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. So now I'm a mix.
It could be confusing.
Yeah, and I had a really, really cute German teacher, though, and I was like, really? I have to leave this? But at that point, they decided that I needed to understand Afrikaans to pass high school. I wasn't there because I don't know if you went through this, but I was always the immigrant, like labeled like you're the immigrant, you know. So you don't bother with our languages.
It was the shoes
but I
you were
wanted
wearing.
to learn everyone's language, you know, and it got crazy because it was Swahili and Xhosa and Zulu and Afrikaans and German. It was like getting crazy, but good. It's good to do. It's good to do. But that song, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. Did you write that?
I did. I wrote that for my mom when she got remarried 3 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful. And does she live in Germany?
Yep, she does. Yep, in Hamburg.
Ah, cool. You still have to go there. Okay, so we're going to play Pour the Champagne because
we need to pour
we need to pour some more champagne. Are you ready?
It should be your theme song.
I know it should be. I think we're going to be playing this a lot on Champagne Sundays, and that means, you know, the more champagne, the better. But here it is, everyone. It's an awesome song, Pour the Champagne. And again, not only featuring Jann Klose, but also Karen Zoid. So here it is, Pour the Champagne.
I hear you talk about the future and how it's supposed to be. I watch you paint a picture. What will be, will be. You worry about tomorrow. You're lost in yesterday. Can we keep it in the moment? We only got today. We got here, we got now. If you want me to stay, don't save it for a rainy day. Let's break out the crystal and pour the champagne. Pour the champagne. Making funny faces. I do what you do. Imaginary places, I visit them with you. Don't ever fight a feeling. It's just a part of you. I found your heart up on your sleeve. It changed my point of view. It did. We got here, we got now. If you want me to stay, don't save it for a rainy day. Let's break out the crystal and pour the champagne. Pour the champagne, spinning, spinning. Pour the champagne, spinning, spinning. Pour the champagne, spinning, spinning. Pour the champagne.
listening to Big Blend Radio's Champagne Sundays, and that is a new theme song for sure.
I love it.
I love that, everyone. Again, it is from the album In Tandem. It's a brand new album out by Jann Klose, and you can go to his website, jannklose.com. That's JANNKLOSE, and get the album. It's beautiful, and I feel like that is a wedding song as well, or an engagement song. It's a holiday song. There's never a time you shouldn't play that song.
It's a get some champagne song.
That's just, I don't know, we need this joy. Don't you feel that? Like, we need music like this. We need joy. And that's, I found your album to be full of joy with these kinds of songs.
Thank you. That's a nice thing to hear.
Yeah, joy is a good word, isn't it? We need more.
Joy is rare.
Yes.
We need more of it.
We need joy.
Yeah.
We need some, that blissful feeling. Bliss and joy, those two words too. Tell us about the album title, In Tandem.
Sure. So it was always meant to be a collaborative album. So I had met through my travels and through other projects that I'd worked on and touring all over. I'd met a lot of different musicians, and I thought, rather than making this another Jann Klose album, it still has my name on it, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to create something with others rather than just by myself. And so albums are they're always collaborative, but I really wanted to have the emphasis be on the collaboration. So I asked everybody that I knew if they could be a part of it, and just about everyone said yes. So I realized, this is meant to happen, and this should go forward because it feels like it's just falling into place. And then the Academy of Sound Engineering in Johannesburg said, why don't you make the record here? And I said, okay. And then, as we were producing it and people had, started hearing about it, and then Universal contacted us and Sony contacted us and Gallo contacted us and said, we'd like to hear it when it's done and maybe we can put it out. And then we did a deal with Gallo, and here we are. Now we're pushing it.
Awesome.
So that's how it
Keep
happened.
pushing that and pouring that champagne. Make everybody happy. keep doing it. It's awesome. I'm so glad you're going to South Africa with this too, because I can hear people loving it over there. There's just a very freeing sound to it. That's what I love about it. When you get music where I feel like getting in the car and going for a drive on the beach. Not on the beach.
It's a good driving record, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's free.
Trip.
Yeah, you need sunshine.
Trip.
It's like I know we're getting into winter over here, but it's going to be summer when you get there, and it'll be perfect for summer too.
I know.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
But the champagne goes with the winter, but that's good too. But speaking of champagne, what are you happy about? What do you want to toast to?
Well, I got this bottle of Verve as a gift because we released the video, the Love High video, and
awesome.
So that's kind of what we've been toasting to, and a couple of other things came through that were good, and I'm excited for the tour, and it's going to be nice to be back in South Africa to sing and play, and the rest is just it's really life, it's about all that. I know this sounds like a cliche, but it's always about keeping going and just keeping the faith and keeping on working hard and pushing and that's really we should toast to that every day. It's not always easy, but
we're still here. That's what we keep, like, you're still here, and it's like you just keep going forward. And I think what I like also about your title is In Tandem, and I love the heart on the front cover. It's just very simple, you know what I mean? It's like straightforward. You get this heart, and yet the way the artwork is done, it does remind me of hummingbirds with the wings. Nancy and I always talk about hummingbirds. We have them flying around us right now outside our patio here that we can look at them. But
amazing.
The way they fly in these circles of 8, which is infinity. So that's what I see with your album. And when you have more people working with you, of course there's times when you go like, really, I don't know if I want to work with this person over here, but that happens in life. That's nature. But when you look at what you're doing, I think there is a flow to it. There is something about it being in tandem in regards to you're working together, but it's also an infinite. It's infinite. And I think that's the beauty of that. It's infinity. Yeah, it won't. Your champagne bottle will not run dry.
Well, that would be a miracle, wouldn't it?
Thank you very
Wouldn't
much.
that be nice? The eternal fountain of champagne.
I know.
Who cares about youth? We want champagne.
We want champagne.
That's my thing. That's my thing. So when you were in Kenya, so you lived in Nairobi too. That is so amazing that you were in Kenya. I miss Kenya. Oh, yeah.
I haven't been back there since I was a child, but
Me neither.
the memories that I have of it are they're good. They're positive memories. My dad goes there still. He's retired now, and he goes there and he just hangs out and enjoys the ocean and the weather.
Mombasa?
And he goes to Mombasa. That's right.
Oh, that was fun over there. I remember snorkeling and
Mombasa and Malindi.
Two Fishes Hotel where you could swim up to the bar.
That was great.
Wow.
Even though I was too young to do it, it was cool. Like you could swim up and just sit there and
she
in the
was
water.
practicing for when she
later
was of age
for my champagne. But we lived
Mm-hmm.
in Karen. So were you near there, like the suburb of? Well, it's not even a. I
I
don't know
Karen.
Now
I don't know. Honestly, I don't
La-di-da
know.
now.
Just outside of Nairobi, we lived in what used to be the servants' quarters for Karen Blixen, who wrote Out of Africa. And across the street,
Quite
across
the
street, was the Attorney General, Charles Ngongo. And just down the road from the Karen Country Club, which was her actual farm, but it was a big property until they all subdivided and did everything that they did.
It's changed. It's changed up a whole bunch. We have artist friend, Chip Beck. He's a combat artist who was there. His wife was in the FBI and he was in the CIA, and he did all kinds of stuff over there.
Secret meeting.
I know. Everybody, stay tuned. They'll be on a show.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go now.
We met a CIA guy there, and it was really funny because I babysat his dog for a little bit, and he said whenever the phone rang, let it ring 3 times, answer it, and then if there was a guy named Jason, he's like behind the Angola lines, just hang up. Like, I'm not answering the phone.
I know, right?
I'm not doing it.
Okay, well, this is good. This is a good conversation. Did you see Anthony Bourdain's episode in Kenya?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
How was it?
I cried. All I can say is I cried and cried because it's so real. It's so still. It hasn't lost it. It's still authentic. It's still there. It's still real. It's still it's still facing a lot of issues, obviously, in so many reasons, and poaching and things like that too. But if you get a chance, watch it. But you may need something stronger than champagne afterwards. Just saying. It's a sad thing. But on a fun note, are you ready to play Spontaneous, the song game?
Oh, so this is the song. Let me make sure I have another swig.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need some, and we're gonna play with you.
I want a swig. Hold
on. We had the walkabouts on before, and that was 5 of them. So Nancy and I are gonna play too, because
okay.
Because then
it means I have to concentrate. Oh boy.
No, you don't have to concentrate, but you will be butt panned if you get it wrong. So because I love the butt pan thing. Is like that's it. That's my thing.
You have a butt pan trigger finger.
I do.
What is it?
So, you'll find out
Oh my.
if you lose. So the thing is,
does it reach from Southern California all the way to New York?
It reaches around the world, my friend.
The butt pan is the sound that the entire world can hear.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Okay, so the thing is, I'm going to give you a word, and I'm going to do it to Nancy first, so you get to hear how it goes. I'm going to give her a word, and she has to sing a song with 5 lyrics that contain that word, okay? And she has 10 seconds, and same thing for you, 10 seconds when you get your word, okay? And if you do not get your word,
Can I make one up?
No.
No. Damn.
Okay, so, Nancy, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you got 10 seconds. I'm going to start the clock. It's the butt pan clock. Okay, your word is lion.
What about your lion eyes?
No,
lion, not different lion? The Lion King? Lion. Oh.
Kidding me?
Lion.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
That's Weemoet.
I'm sorry, but you know what's going to happen to you.
Wait, I have to. Yeah. Oh my God.
And now, a butt pan moment. Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! You're a butt pan!
It's not often that I get to butt pan my own mother on our show. That's awesome.
All right, I'm making dinner. I'm going to pay you back.
She's going to make chili. So, okay, Jann, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Would you like to be butt panned, or would you like to win?
I would like to win.
Okay. I'm taking bribes across the internet right now. PayPal is ready, standing by. Okay, so your word is, what language would you like it in today?
Oh, no, please don't do this to me.
I know. He's like, dude, no, it's enough. Okay, so your word is love.
It's a love that you're giving up. You're giving me a love high.
See?
So easy.
Now, he bribed me. Just telling you.
But that's not really considered a win, is it?
No, it is. You're allowed to do that because we just wanted to hear
I'll
you
do
sing.
one more. Ready?
Okay.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good.
Love
There you
is
go.
a good
Since we
word.
were on Elton John.
I love that. And love is a good word because of his album. See?
Yeah.
In Tandem. Everyone has to have that. Okay, so Jann, you give me a word, but please keep it in English.
No, give her Afrikaans.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to butt pan myself. I don't think I've done that before. Have I?
I can take care of that for you.
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Be nice.
Okay.
I'll bribe you.
You ready?
Yes.
Cadillac.
Pink Cadillac. Pink Cadillac.
Driving in my Cadillac and the horn went beep, beep, beep.
Winner.
Beep, beep. Spending all the money on the Saturday night.
You know the song I'm talking about.
We're singing two things, but I did do Pink Cadillac. Pink Cadillac.
No, you
Very
should
good.
butt pan yourself because you
Okay.
didn't do enough words. Pink Cadillac is not 5 words.
And now, a butt pan moment.
I
Butt
can't-
pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! Butt pan! You're a butt pan!
Wow. Do you realize? And there were no politicians involved.
I know. This is the first.
That's the shocking news of the day. My gosh, we won't get into that either. Oh, man. Jann, thank you so much for playing Spontaneous, a.k.a. butt pan, with us. But you won.
My
You did
pleasure.
good. You did good. But we had
Thank
4
you.
butt pans on today's
But I
show.
cheated.
So,
I did kind of cheat.
yeah, you're allowed to. You're allowed to.
Yeah.
You know, we just wanted to hear you sing. That's,
Hmm.
that's our
It was
goals
cool.
on that. Everyone, go to songgame.com and check it out. Great game for the holidays. Got to give them a
for
shout
sure.
out.
It's so much fun.
Also, before we go, got to give a shout out to the National Parks Arts Foundation for sponsoring the show today. And Jann, I'm just saying, come on, a month in a national park to create music. Come on, I think you should do that.
Sure,
I
why
know.
not?
I know. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll send you there right now. Everyone,
Please.
nationalparksartsfoundation.org is the website to go. They rock putting artists, musicians, painters, poets into a park unit for a month to create. Just an amazing program. But we are going to play our final song of today's show, which is Take Me to Forever. And you've got a video for this one, too. And you're in
Yes,
South
we do.
Africa with it. Yes. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, so the video is cutting room floor footage from the recording process that we just edited together at the Academy of Sound Engineering, and you can see, the several of the musicians and people in the studio and us kind of hanging out and playing, and but the song itself was also written by RJ, myself, and James Stewart. who was in a band called The Usual in Cape Town, who were quite successful at the time. I believe it was in the 90s. And this was the first song that I wrote on the first day of the Songwriters Camp at Cape Town, the BMI Songwriters Camp in Cape Town. And that's it's kind of how it all started.
I love it. And you've worked with so many people, and I love that you're, working with musicians in South Africa. You worked with one of my ultimate favorite bands, Rusted Root.
Oh, yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. They're so
great
popular.
Band.
They're really...
It's a great band. Yeah. Yeah, Michael's a great guy. I've known him for years. Actually just saw him not too long ago, Michael Kulbicki. And I believe he's putting out a record, and they're kind of redoing that whole vibe. But I've opened up for Rusted Root. I've done gigs with Michael, and
awesome.
Love those guys.
Yeah, they need to come on our show. Well, we need to get them on our show because
That'd
really
be cool.
We play their music all the time. We love it. It's just such a
I'm sure
positive.
they would. I'm sure they would. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome to have them on because they're good. And I'm glad. I mean, I'm just looking at all the people you work with. The Byrds, Roger McGuinn.
Oh,
we know his son. He comes over here for dinner once in a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
I know. It's a small world, isn't it? But I was like, you played with a lot of Vonda Shepard. Remember, didn't she do the music for Ally McBeal? Vonda Shepard?
She did the music for Ally McBeal. Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Incredible voice. Incredible. You've just done so much.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. Very exciting. And everybody, again, go get the album out now. JannKlose.com is JannKlose, JannKlose.com. And the album is In Tandem. And go enjoy the videos as well. And we're going to play Take Me to Forever. Thank you all for joining us on Big Blend Radio Champagne Sunday show today. Our schedule is up at bigblendradio.com. You can listen to shows go live or anytime later on demand. We're there wherever you want us to be, whether it's on Spotify, Blog Talk, iTunes, TuneIn, SoundCloud, Spreaker, YouTube. We're there.
And the list goes on.
I know, and the beat goes on. Thanks so much, Jann. You take care and safe travels in South Africa. Enjoy.
Thanks, guys. Great to be on.
Thank you.
You can see right through